Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting video because we're going to be doing the first service on my Lamborghini Diavel, a 1260. And the reason why that's exciting is because after we do the first service, I have a Termignoni exhaust system that I got through Manny at Moto Million that we're going to be installing for this bad boy. So that's not going to happen today, but we're probably going to install that tomorrow. So that video is going to be coming very, very soon, and I'm very, very excited for that because right now this thing sounds like a vacuum cleaner and it's not that fun to ride. But we're gonna fix that very, very soon. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So don't forget guys, we are giving away 2 motorcycles right now. Our 2021 Ducati Panigale V4 SP and our 2020 Ducati Monster 1200. We still have quite a bit to do on the Monster, but right now we've been focusing on the SP because I wanted to get it to a state where it was like something I would enjoy riding, and it's very, very quickly getting there. But today it's all about the Lamborghini Diavel 1260. I still absolutely love this bike. I just really haven't had a chance to ride it that much, but I was able to finally get the over 621 break-in miles on it. I think it's at like 700 or 800, something like that right now. So we can go over to Dado's. I got the grease, all of the oil over there, the filter, and we're gonna do all the first service stuff. But let's give you a startup since you guys haven't heard one for a while on this bad boy. See the cool startup sequence. Ducati, Lamborghini, freaking amazing. So that's the problem with this bike right now. It just does not sound that good. But hopefully by tomorrow and in the next video you guys see, we'll get that Termi exhaust on there. It'll sound a hell of a lot better because this does not sound very good. So I'm gonna hop on the bike, head over to Dado's. I'll catch you guys over there. All right, so I got over here to Dado's garage and we're gonna start the first service on this bad boy. The most important part of a first service is basically changing the oil. They used to use break-in oil, they don't anymore, so it is just normal oil, but I still call it break-in oil because it's gonna have all the most shavings in it and stuff like that. So we're gonna dump the oil, change the filter, crush washer, and then we're just gonna kind of go over the bike. The chain definitely feels like it needs tightened a little bit here. I can definitely tell that needs some tightening, so we'll probably tighten the chain, lube it, clean it, and then just kind of go over the bike and look and see if there's any bolts that are loose or anything like that. I told him my front brake feels a little bit squishy, so I'm gonna have him look at that. It might just be going from the Panigale SP brakes to this one, but we'll take a look at that as well. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is start with draining some oil. All right, Dado just busted the drain plug loose, or bolt I should say. Next he's gonna completely take it out, drain some oil, and then we're gonna have to take the fairings off to get to the oil filter. But we wanted to get this draining while it was semi-warm since I just rode it.
It's a Ducati, nothing is semi-warm.
It's super hot probably, huh? Let's see how it looks. He said the oil looks pretty dirty in the sight glass.
Not so much dirty, but it's just like almost milky, and
yeah,
it's got little shavings everywhere.
I mean,
look at that.
I broke this thing in pretty damn hard. So
see that?
Let's look at it here. Hold on, let me get it to you.
Check this out. It's got some metal in there, but it's nothing.
It's not too bad.
Here's some chunks. Ready?
I could see them earlier. Yeah.
There they are. See them?
Yeah.
There's chunks there.
So Corey had told me, like, if you take those chunks and spread and like wipe them on a piece of paper, if they like disappear, then it's fine. But if they stay chunky, you know,
yeah, I just had a
then it's a problem. There's one down there on the bottom.
There it is.
Yeah.
Look at that.
See if that'll rub it.
It's a piece of metal.
Okay, so that's an actual piece. See, that's right there. That's the reason why. Yeah, that's some milky ass oil right there. Now guys, I break my bikes in hard. I told you this. Like we were racing this thing against my pops and shit. So this puppy had a proper break-in. We're over 700 miles, so technically I should have done it at 620. But yeah, that's why you want to get that oil out of there. So this makes me happy. All right, so while the oil drains, we're going to pull off the belly panels so that we can get to the filter, which is right there. And we do have new filter and crush washer thanks to Calps. It's no longer Calps Ducati, unfortunately. They don't sell Ducatis anymore. I won't go into the reasons why, but they still have a lot of the Ducati parts and stuff like that, so that was perfect. I was able to go over there and get all that stuff from Sam, which I greatly appreciated.
How are they doing over there?
They're good. Yeah, they're good. They're selling Zero motorcycles and Kawasaki and Suzuki still, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they want me to ride one of the Zeros. If you guys would like to see me ride an electric bike, let me know in the comment section below. I've heard they're actually pretty cool, but just like Teslas or Taycans or any other electric vehicle, I'm a combustion motor guy, so I love the sound of a motor. Even this bike with the stock exhaust isn't as fun to ride for me because it just doesn't sound the way that it should. So yeah,
Combustion
right?
engine.
Yeah, combustion engine. Thank you. Motor's electric motor, right? Okay. I'll probably still say it 25
Yes, you will.
All right, this is the final clip right here, and then we should be able to pull this thing off.
I told Jared I'd be damned if I scratched that carbon.
I told him that these carbon panels are made by Lamborghini, so all the panels of this bike were made by Lamborghini. Look at that. That's Lamborghini carbon.
I should have like little gloves on.
No, it's all good. We're gonna wipe the whole thing down anyway. That looks like a lead acid battery, huh? All right, I'm gonna have to get a Manny. If you have lithium batteries for these, I would love to put one in there.
Look at that craftsmanship.
Yeah, what the hell, Lamborghini?
It's bubble gum.
Jeez.
Ducati and Lamborghini are not gonna hate me.
Yeah. Oh, look, they actually put a Ducati logo on.
Yeah, it's on the carbon before they cleared it.
Huh.
Sweet.
Okay.
So, let's set
Now we
this
have access.
dirty. What did you run over?
I know. I need to wipe the whole bike down, but now we have access to this, which is what we needed. We'll probably put some foil or something down there to protect the rest of that stuff.
All right, now that we had Dozer, the manager, try to get the filter. Guys, I use this filter wrench for most things. I now have a skinnier one because there is no room whatsoever to get this out. There's also this style wrench, or you can get the...
That's really cool.
Yeah, this one here expands for smaller and bigger wrenches. The problem here is there's this plastic piece down here, so it's really hard to get something in there, but this is the key. It's really thin.
That's cool.
It fits in just like that. When you...
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and it tightens. And then we're also going to use this sweet thing. A lot of guys use foil, and for years I did, but for motorcycle work, like you can literally shape this any way you want.
That's really cool.
And it creates a funnel. So this, you can literally just shove it right in there
Let me
like
pull
that.
this over.
Yep. And then we'll kind of go to the side like that.
Yeah.
Right in there.
Create a little oil slip and slide.
Yeah, a little slip and slide. Actually, I should have put this in first, but let's see if it...
There's no space to do anything.
It's super, super tight. You can't even fit a number 2 pencil between that sucker.
That's ridiculous.
All right, so let's see if it works.
Is that ready to come off, do you think? I think you're gonna have to loosen it for a while.
Really tight.
Yeah.
Geppetto ate the spinach that day.
We're gonna be... Dado was spinning it the wrong way.
I was not.
Talking about Geppetto eating his spinach.
I'm like, man, it's tight. No, just kidding. Let's see, should be able to do it by hand now. Nope.
Jesus, they really got this thing on there. I'm worried about how we're gonna get the other one on. That's a nice tool right there.
We're putting a new filter on this?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't gonna put any filter on it.
No filter.
Send it.
No filter.com.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Should be a little bit that comes out of there.
Look how perfect that is.
That is some milky oil right there.
Take this guy off while the filter thing's on. A little funnel.
Is it hot?
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, I was gonna
Making my sausages well done.
Cooking them real nice. Taking the peaches down to farmer's market.
Woo, that's warm.
Special 2 plums for one.
Oh,
Wow.
that's pretty raunchy. So I went ahead and cleaned up all the threads because there was goop and gunk and dirt on it. So that's good to go. We're gonna put a little bit of sealant around it before we put it back in, thread sealant. And then we can...
Crush washer? Is there a crush washer?
There is. It's actually still on the oil pan.
Oh, okay, good. We have a new one though.
I know, I'm saying I gotta take it off.
Oh, you got the other one.
The new one
Okay,
on.
gotcha.
And then I cleaned up the surface where the oil filter O-ring seats, and also the threads. That's important. Now, if you're old school like I am, I always take a little bit of oil and I put it on the O-ring so it's not dry, and I put on the threads so everything goes in nice and smooth. And then it's 3.5 sausage pounds tightness to get the filter on. So.
What's going on over here?
Trying to get this old. By the way, this was torqued down like 7,000 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
And this crush washer here. Wow, the exhaust is really hot.
Still.
The crush washer is kind of stuck on it. There it is. See it?
Yep.
Ta-da!
Wow.
We got a dangler.
We got a dangler.
Take the old crush washer out.
Yep.
Make sure you put it in the area where you want to reuse it. We're gonna clean the surface up really nice. Make sure all the thread sealant is off. You don't want chunks getting stuck in there. Obviously, it's still draining. I'm gonna let it drain as much as I can. The oil drain plug is on the left side of the oil pan. So just because I'm anal, I like to do this. I'll show you. We're gonna undo this clamp. That way the bike rolls off the stand. No, just kidding. We're gonna undo this, and I'm gonna lean the bike. All right, so Jared, the rear stand almost launched up in here. I'm gonna lean this bike over a little bit and watch how much oil comes out, how much more drips out. It just drains. Yeah,
there it is.
It drains all the oil out, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna lean that sucker. Yes, it's extra work, guys, but every little ounce of old oil and shavings you can get out the pan, the better. It's gonna help. People are gonna say, that's too much work. Well, you gotta do it right, you know?
Exactly. I want this puppy to last me. I don't plan on selling this anytime soon.
In that case. We put a hefty amount of sealant on it. I don't like to go all the way up on the threads because it may end up in your oil pan. Then we got a crush washer to put on, and then we're gonna torque it down to spec and move on to the oil filter. The oil filter is going to get pre-filled with oil so we don't have any air on initial startup. We'll fill her up with some oil, some Ducati oil, and then we're going to crank her over and see if it spits flames.
Not yet, tomorrow. All right, so oil, we're using the oil that Ducati recommends, which is the Shell Advance 15W50, and Dotto's going to pre-fill the new oil filter with oil and rub it on the O-ring as well, because you don't want, he said, oil or air getting in that. And also when it first starts up, it's going to scavenge from this, so that's also important.
Yeah, the initial startup of any vehicle, car, truck, SUV, boat, motorcycle, whatever, that initial startup when you turn the key, that's when majority of the damage of the inside of your motor wear-wise happens. So because all that oil settles down into the oil pan,
there's
by
nothing.
the time it kicks into the oil pump and shoots it onto your valve train and you know, pistons and, you know, bearings and all that stuff, that initial startup is when most of the stuff happens. Once the engine's warmed up and oil's in there, even when you're hammering on it, it's getting lubricated properly.
Exactly,
so people don't understand. They just throw a dry filter on there, like, yeah, just crank her, you know? And then they're like, man,
so true.
Got knocking noise, man. You know, and your bearings are like, I'm done.
Yep.
So we're gonna shove sausage finger in here, make sure that the seal is not dry, and then I don't know if I can even fit a pinky in there. But get these threads lubed up a little bit here, and then I'm gonna fill this filter as much as I can. And the nice thing is, this filter actually goes like this on the bike anyways, so we can fill it up to the top, screw it on very carefully, and then we're good to go. Let's see.
It's crazy how much oil these filters take. Corey does this too. He pre-fills them, and it's like, it'll just sit there and just keep sucking in.
Yep, it'll go in. I usually, I know it's overkill, but I let it go up over the hole. Because the filter element is really dry in there, so that little media stuff is gonna just suck everything up.
But it just keeps taking it. It's crazy. That's what she said. All right, reattaching the new, or attaching the new oil filter that is pre-filled with oil and lubed up, ready to go. Now we have to tighten that puppy down, and then put this stuff back together, I guess. All right. All right, reattaching.
We are not attaching.
Reattaching the belly panel on the right-hand side. And I'm glad we took this off because it reminded me I'm gonna get a lithium battery for this bad boy. All right, got the belly pan back on, breaking the filler plug out. And then we will start filling it with oil.
So we're gonna get it as close as we can level, which means off the rear stand.
Before we start filling.
Yep. The ground here and this lift table is fairly level.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get it super close, and then we're gonna put the bike down off the stand, run it a little bit, and then see if it blows up, and then we're gonna make sure that the oil is fine. So I was showing off the Jaret, since I do so many services and oil changes on motorcycles. Regular funnel is so tough to get in, and like it just doesn't fit right, and you have to hold it. So Float Tool actually makes this funnel that you can kind of squeeze, and it's shaped like that. So on motorcycles, you can just shove it in there and, you know, put your oil in, and it stays nice. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, things I spend money on. So
all right, this is my favorite part. I always love adding the oil in there. I don't know why.
Oh no!
Oh God! Don't get it all over everything.
I was just gonna leave the bottle in there, but that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Look how clean that is.
Yeah, way
so
better.
what I like to do, and everybody's different, is when the bike is somewhat level and off and cooled off, and you change all your stuff. With a pre-filled filter, I like to fill the oil up to the maximum level. So here's the max and the minimum. And then idle the bike for a little bit, shut it off, let everything settle back down, and then fill it the proper. And then I take it off the stand, and then I do the same thing.
Okay. Fire it up, let it run for a minute. Does it matter how long? 30 seconds or something?
Honestly, like 15-30 seconds, and then shut it off.
It's in gear. I'm like, why the hell's that not working?
I blame Geppetto.
That's a nice broken in gearbox. Not like the Panigales right now. I can get it in neutral.
What?
Hear that?
All right,
sucked it all
so
out.
you should be able to see a little bit of oil coming back, hopefully. It's gonna take it forever. Probably like 15 minutes. Let's see.
There it is.
There it
There it
is.
is. See how high up it goes?
Yeah. Should be at the bottom line at least. So let's see.
But then we'll add a little bit more.
So everything's pretty much draining out of the cylinder head, and everything else comes back down into the pan. We're gonna check it out here after. I'm gonna give it 2 or 3 minutes while we grab a non-alcoholic beverage, and then we'll see where the level's at.
All right, so we added the oil up to the fill line, and we pretty much should be good to go. We'll make sure we check it.
I'm just gonna hand tighten
Maybe
this.
start it one more time, but yeah.
Start her up.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yep. I can't see anything.
See what happens. The key's on me.
Oh,
I gotta get closer. Here, I'll do it.
damn it, Jaret.
There we go. There we go. Still sucked it out. That's all. Yeah. Sweet. We'll let it run for a little bit. I was telling Dotto it's actually idling better too. The previous oil was kind of sputtering a little bit. It needed this. So that makes me very happy. Look at that. Came back up. Perfect. So we're good with the oil. Oil change is done. Next we're gonna do chain and sprocket. Well, I guess just chain stuff. So we'll tighten the chain, clean and lube it, and then we'll move on from there. All right, so while Dotto works on the chain, I'm gonna start cleaning the bike up because this thing was filthy as shit. So right now I'm just using the pretty heavy cleaner to get like all the nasty shit off. And then I'll go back and hit that again. I'm gonna do the wheels too because these wheels need to look primo.
I'm gonna show how nasty these things are.
They're pretty brutal. So
Yeah, they're filthy.
I'm gonna be working on this for a while.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of freaking spokes on this thing. All right, what are you doing here?
Got a little detail brush because
A lot of bugs on
see
there.
how nice and clean that is?
Oh, nice.
All the bugs and nasty
Grime.
guts and stuff. Yeah, get that out of there.
I was already wiping down the rest of the bike here, slowly starting to get it nice and clean while he's starting to work on the chain there, but yeah, that helps.
I sprayed everything down, the headlight,
Yeah,
all that.
so much grimy shit on there.
Look at that.
Yeah, the bugs. I don't know if people can see them on camera. There we go.
Nasty stuff there, so.
It's getting some much love.
Get a little bath.
I mean, I ride my stuff. I told Dotto, like, I don't try to keep my shit clean all the time, but when it gets really grimy, I try to get that stuff off. But eventually I'll probably take this to Shane at InShane Designs, have him detail it and do a ceramic coating on it. And then it'll help keep it cleaner longer, because I ride my shit, you know. It's for fun. They're not art pieces, even though they could be. All right, tightening the chain. Yeah, that looks good.
Dotto does it by feel.
That looks so much better. I can't wait,
We're
dude.
gonna also clean and lubricate the chain
Perfect.
while we're at it.
All right, so cleaning off the chain.
Yeah, we have a...
We already did a little bit.
Yeah, we soaked it with cleaner. You want to make sure that you get the top, the sides, and the bottom of the chain.
Yeah.
So basically like this.
Yeah.
If you can get it from the back here like that, see? Cleans it up really nice. We already cleaned the sprocket. It was nasty, filthy. I mean, look at that. And then wipe everything as clean as possible. Do a couple of little rotations. Everything completely went quiet.
Yeah.
Because all the grime is gone. Everything's nice and clean. And then we'll get some, I believe I have some Motul chain lube. Listen. totally
That's crazy.
quiet. Totally quiet.
That's a major difference.
Yeah, these are actually roller bearings in here, and they have little O-rings on every single one of these. So cleaning it properly and lubing it, you know, every couple hundred miles is very beneficial. Jaret said he's putting a new chain and sprockets on there, but still, we want to keep it as nice as possible. Yep. So we're going to lube this, finish cleaning the wheel up, and torque the bike down.
And check the tire pressure.
And that's it.
And we're done.
All right. I like to use Motul Motorcycle Care chain lubricant. This is road use. There's off-road one as well. This is good for O-rings, X-rings, and Z-rings. Honestly, guys, if you clean your chain often and do thin coats of lubricant, it's way better than just overdoing it and then, you know, clean your chain every 6 months. Also, how much you ride and when you ride, like in what kind of weather you ride, that's also you know, a big factor there. So we're gonna put a coat of chain lube on it, and then the only thing we have to do yet,
tire pressure
and torque specs on all the major bolts, and Jaret can go do some wheelies.
All right, what's the recommended tire pressure?
36 in the front, 38 in the rear. You want to see this?
What? 20?
That's it.
Holy shit!
Good job, Jaret.
What? That's crazy. That's gonna be a while. Okay then. All right, let's see what the front is.
Ready?
Yeah. 20. Wow. It's supposed to be 36. That's crazy. All right. Well, this is why you check these things. I should have been checking a lot more. This thing got shipped all over the country. I bought it in New York. Got shipped to Santa Barbara. Shipped back to Pennsylvania. So I'm so glad we remember to check this. That's going to be crazy. This is going to ride like a whole new bike. All right. And the final thing is doing torque specs on everything they basically tell you to in the service manual. And doing the front right now. So you said one of them was a little bit loose on the other side?
Yeah, the other side was actually pretty loose. So got everything torqued down there. We're gonna check the axle nuts and work our way back.
Okay. All right, bringing the bike down. Last thing we did was check the fluid levels for all of the brake and clutch fluids. And we're good to go. You think of anything else, Sato?
Yeah. Ride it and give her a help.
Ride it, baby. Look at this thing. All right, pulling it off the stand. Look at that bike. God, it's such a gorgeous bike. I was telling Dotto, this is right now is the most expensive bike I have. Even though MSRP was 32-ish, you know, people are selling these for 80 grand, 90 grand. I've had 70, 80 grand offers on it. It's a freaking awesome bike.
Hey, you want to check the oil level?
Oil level? Yeah, but how do you know where level is? There, right there, perfect. Yep.
Straight right there.
That's perfect.
Good?
Yep. I cannot wait to put the exhaust on it next. All right, Dotto's gonna do a quick loop on it, on his property. So don't yell at him for his gear. It even starts nicer. God, it looks so good. Wait until the exhaust is on it tomorrow. Oh man, it's gonna be so sick. Dotto loves those Diavels. He looks so good on it. God, it's such a cool bike. I thought he was gonna ramp it through his garage there. I thought you were gonna ramp through your garage, Dotto.
It's so smooth.
Yeah, it's such a good bike. I can't wait to see your reaction when we put the exhaust on, dude.
Ah, oh, such a nice bike.
What a beautiful bike. But that's it. That's the first service on the Lamborghini Diavel 1260. This one will not be going anywhere. It is not a part of the giveaway. So don't even ask. But in the next video, we're gonna be doing the Termignoni exhaust, and it's gonna really transform this bad boy. And then I'll probably eventually do a clear clutch on it and some other small mods like the lithium battery, chain and sprocket, stuff like that. But yeah, it's getting there. I'm excited. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.